Hey folks, I hope you are all doing well. We are taking a look at your weekly energies for the 20th through the 26th of March. I'm taking a look at water signs, and then other signs I'll see you folks a little bit later. Water signs, I hope that you had a good week. This past week I am using the Claves Astrologica in order to take a look at your energies for this week. So, water signs, you might be struggling to communicate this week. You have Mercury in your sun sign, so you might have Mercury transiting through your sun signs, and that might have some influence with what's going on this week. I also see that you have Sagittarius. Excuse me. So that's kind of a fiery expansion energy associated with Jupiter. You might get some energy underneath you to speak your mind about a situation with a romantic relationship, a family member who means you harm. There are people in your circle who don't like you, who want to see you hurt. Speaking your mind with these folks and understanding that you might need to go through a little bit of conflict in order to get to the other side is key here. You have Mars here too, which is about a little bit of fighting energy. So Sagittarius and Mars, again, these planets might be transiting through your signs this particular week. Be sure to look at your weekly horoscope. But you might also be had enough, might be fed up with your situation. And you finally know how to say the right things, to fight back, to defend yourself. Yeah, solar eclipse. So we'll get with the Claves Astrologica, I should say. That's an opportunity for you to look at the shadow aspects of yourself that maybe you've been holding back on. Scorpio seems to pop up, and this might be a reading, a little tending more towards Scorpio signs. Pisces as well. Of course, it's for all water signs, but Scorpio and Pisces in particular, maybe. This is also the season of the full moon, and you have the full moon card popping up here. So something's coming to fruition here. Something's been building for a while. You've been exploring your shadow aspects for a while. And now you're finally able to speak about what you've been thinking on. Some Scorpio signs might not have been very confident about what they have to say, but lately they've been getting to a place where they do say what they need to say. Now you've got Venus here. I am feeling this is about loving yourself, loving others better, loving better people in your life. This is the most loving thing you could possibly do for yourself. I also want to get a look at some tarot cards for you folks. So it's possible this week that you are now using your voice to deal with the situation. You are acting out of love for yourself, out of love for people who genuinely care for you. This is something that's been building up for a long, long time. What other energies are you facing this week, water signs? I'm using the White Newman Tarot today. Okay. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Something is dissolving that needs to be dissolved. Well past its expiration date. This can be a family member, a friend that you thought was a friend, a romantic partnership. I did see that water signs were struggling with romantic partnership this year. A lot were, not all. It is possible that the people in this romantic partnership wanted to keep you from an opportunity that would have led you to your Ten of Pentacles. It is possible that the people in this partnership saw you working your way towards a material happily ever after, a condition where you would never have to worry about having money in the bank. You would have your house paid off, your cars paid off, your property all paid off. You would have cows and horses and all kinds of things, and they saw, and of course, if you want all those kinds of things, but they saw that you were going to have a comfortable earthly existence, and they wanted to keep you away from that. They wanted to prevent you from that. And we're talking about the energies from this week. It's possible that this is what you see happening with this situation, and this is why you're kind of blowing up, which we saw with the Claves Astrologica. You've had enough. You see what these people have prevented from coming into your life, and now you're genuinely upset. You're using your words. You're using your thoughts. These people wanted you to feel worthless. They wanted you to connected to them. They wanted to sap your energy, basically. They wanted to keep you in the lack mindset. You have the Five of Pentacles here in reverse. They wanted to keep you running around the church. They never wanted you to go inside and ask for help. But I'm feeling that some water signs, take this as it resonates, not all, but many water signs have chosen to work with spirit, which is why this is all boiling over. Part of why. Make sure you stay in alignment with spirit. They wanted to keep you out of your intuition. They wanted to keep you disconnected from your intuition. Your intuition has been telling you for a while this isn't right, that this situation is destructive to your highest good, that it's a lie. The whole situation with these family members, these friends, this romantic partner is a lie. It's based on a sham. And it falls apart when the High Priestess says, this isn't real. You can go back to where you were. Be careful of losing opportunities while you struggle with this connection. I see a lot of pentacles here. Your financial resources could be at risk. Your earthly resources in general could be at risk. This isn't just about money. I also see new opportunities being at risk because this devil figure who pops up upright appears in association with your opportunities. You might see your romantic partner in places that you weren't expecting. You might see your romantic partner in the workplace or in new work opportunities that are popping up. They may block these opportunities for you. Your intuition may also be, because you've been kind of out of it for a while, your intuition may be blocking you from any new opportunities to defeat this devil. It's blocking you from healing, from a new start. You also, if you were to let go of these people in the best way possible, in the way that is the best for your highest good. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Let other people worry about their highest good ultimately, right? We're all on our own journey. But if you were to let go of these energies, if you were to defeat this devil, you would heal yourself. You would give yourself a new beginning. You would give yourself all kinds of new emotional starts, in the sense that you would be able to explore new friendships. You would be able to explore creating new family. It might not be blood family, but it would be family that you made. And sometimes that's some of the closest, best family that we have. You might even open yourself up to new romantic partnerships here, but you would have to let go of this devil, whoever this individual is, whatever force this is keeping you in this cycle of people who don't think highly of you, who want to see you hurt, who want to see you at your lowest point, who want to see you not having a relationship with the earth. Here with the Six of Pentacles, it's a little bit different from the Rider-Waite-Smith here. The earth and this particular person are giving back to each other, having a relationship with each other as this person walks through a desert, a place where, typically it's difficult for a human to find food or water. In reverse, the relationship breaks down. Your connection between your ancestors, your spirit guides, breaks down as long as water signs are in connection with this devil who will not let them get away easily. I should say, water signs absolutely can get away. Excuse me. You have the Emperor here, the Ace of Wands. You also have the Black Numen here. It's an oracle card, which kind of illustrates, for some, how you might feel hopeless, that you might feel like the universe doesn't have your back, when in fact it does. For water signs, coming into your own as the Emperor might mean that thinking carefully about what you do over the next little bit is going to be key, especially over this week. It might feel like this is an impossibly difficult situation, one that you cannot get out of easily. The universe says that it has your back as long as you remember your power as the Emperor, which is the grand total of all four kings. As long as you remember that the universe ultimately can act on your behalf if you ask it to, in many situations like this one, that it's best to ask the universe to act on your behalf in this case, and to sit back, thank it for acting for you, for saving you. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which suggests to me that this is something that you should be doing. In this case, I associate the wands with spirituality, not so much with sexuality. This is up-leveling to a new point, but first we're going to have to kind of study where we are before we move forward. You also have the Lovers here. This could be about a partnership with another person, but it could also be about making a choice for yourself to be this Emperor, to choose not to act. We did have some fiery energy earlier in your astrological oracle reading. It might be really, really tempting to speak your thoughts, and it wouldn't be the best thing to do, I'm wondering. It wouldn't be the best thing to forge ahead this week and say what it is you really, really want to. Being unified with yourself, loving yourself first and foremost, appreciating all aspects of yourself comes first and foremost. And it's how you will avoid feeling like the universe doesn't have your back. You have to do so. You have to work your side of the street here, and the universe will work the other side of the street. So you have the Knight of Wands upright and the Six of Cups in reverse, right after the Lovers. This is about someone in this partnership that you've been struggling with, who you, again, feel nostalgic for. There were good times in the past, but it is very, very difficult to let this person go. You also want to erupt with this person. You want to speak your mind. You want to blow up. You want some form of acknowledgement for what you've been through, what this person has put you through. And the universe is asking you to let this go. For some water signs, you might like to say your piece to spirit and not to this person. That might be the most healthy way of dealing with this. Rest assured, spirit will be avenging you if anything harmful was done against you, I should say. Spirit won't take that lightly. You have a journey here. This person drowns you in feeling like you're alone. This person doesn't want you to act. This person doesn't want you to feel like you are actually an incredibly powerful emperor who knows exactly what's good for you. I can absolutely see, though, that you are itching to act. You're itching to act because the universe wants you to move. It doesn't surprise me. I'm looking at the Seventh Sphere Lenormand cards now. It doesn't surprise me that water signs get house on house when it comes to Lenormand. That tells me about you folks finding very, very deep security in the home environment. And also that the world doesn't know about some really, really deeply buried secrets behind the scenes within your family. These could be some of the worst kept secrets if you live in a small town. These could be some of the worst kept secrets. People are talking about this behind your back, but your family may not necessarily know that. There's a feminine figure here, not necessarily a woman, but maybe has some feminine characteristics, who is causing a great deal of confusion in the family, in the home. It has been doing it for a very long time. It kind of seems to be doing this as a career, as a job within the family. It's almost their function. Very odd. They've been doing this forever. The feminine figure lands on the ship card, which means that she's been doing this for a long time. This is her journey. And on the other hand, we've got clouds mirroring her. That lands on the house of the tree, which tells me that this is a deeply rooted confusion, that it's like people don't know about this. Like this feminine figure has created a miasma that people cannot see through. Oh, really, really secret. This is a deeply burdened family. You have a rough family, water signs. Take it as it resonates, but your family's kind of dysfunctional. I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. because these people are just utterly destructive to you folks. They could be religious. I do see a possibility of religiosity here. It's also just a horrifying levels of destruction. This is a horrifying family situation, water signs. This opens the family up to all kinds of destruction. There might be some black magic workers in the family that you didn't know were black magic workers, and that could be what this feminine figure is. And again, take it as it resonates. It doesn't matter about gender necessarily, just character traits. This is a destructive situation. I've said this, I think, every single week. Water signs, please pursue therapy if you feel like that resonates best with you. Please look to spirit. Please look to your ancestors for assistance with this situation. I understand that you want to blow up, that the people in this situation hold you back because they see how successful you could be. That Ten of Pentacles tells me a lot. They want to keep you away from that. This is a horrifying family, folks. Lying, deception. These people don't necessarily need to be together. It's like coming in contact with your family, water signs. You have a risk of getting bad karma on you. Like being just neighbors, being friends with your family members. It's like you get bad karma because of it. These are violent folks, dude. Maybe not like physically violent, but spiritually, absolutely involved in spiritual warfare. Water signs, those are all the cards. That is all the reading for you this week. Please don't do this alone. This is a tremendous situation. I can see that you folks are boiling over, reaching a boiling over point. Please take care of yourself in alignment with your very highest good. Have a good week. Fire signs, I hope that you all had a good week this past week. We are taking a look at your energies for the week of, let me double check, the 20th through the 26th. And let me go chase down a card. So I am taking a look at the Claves Astrologica Oracle deck. We're going to take a look at what kinds of energies you are confronting this week. These may involve some planetary transits, but not always. You have the 8th house transformation. You may have something major going on in your 8th house, or this could be about a major transformation which fire signs are going through this week. Okay. Fire signs, specifically Aries, you may be going through Sagittarius. Look at how that came out. Aries, Sagittarius, one right after the other. I shuffled pretty well. You folks are going through a transformation this week. 3 for 3, folks. Just come on through, Spirit. What the hell? What the heaven? Is what I should say. Well, all 3 fire signs are going through I'm not going to be shuffling anymore. That's pretty incredible. All three fire signs are going through a transformation this week. This is a journey that you fire signs have been on for a very long time. Yeah, to a partnership. And you also have the full moon. So something's coming to fruition this week for fire signs, specifically when it comes to a journey to a partnership. This might be to your soulmate, to your twin flame, if we're talking about fire signs. This might be to someone that you are going to be settling down with, and that's it, right? This is your one and only person. So neat. Transformation, fire signs, all three in a row. I'm absolutely stunned. That was, I don't know how many cards are in that deck, but that's pretty incredible. I've been doing this now for a little while, and I'm still so stunned at how tarot listens, how Lenormand, how oracle cards listen and come right on through. I'm stunned. Spirit comes right on through. I'm stunned. So you have a transformation coming when it comes to you journeying towards your soulmate, towards your partnership, and somehow it's coming to a head this week for all three fire signs, not just one in particular. You have the Knight of Cups here. 9, I should say. 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Cups. You are deeply happy because you left behind a situation. You left behind old ways of feeling about this particular situation. You've left behind old ways of thinking. Or at least this week, you are finally in the latter stages of letting this go and heading on to your own level of happiness. That's what that transformation is about. So I'm actually kind of happy. There's a lot of water energy, even though only one of these cards is a Cups card. You've got a lot of water energy going on in the theming for these particular cards. This is the White Newman Tarot, by the way. So I'm happy to see that fire signs are in their element when it comes to not in their element. You might have some water energy in your birth chart, but you are definitely filling out your intuition, your emotions here. And that makes sense with you having a transformation when it comes to the people that you want to partner up with for long periods of time, maybe forever. I see with the Knight of Wands in reverse, maybe you're ready to slow down just a little bit. For some fire signs, this might be the transformation of yourself. You might be the Knight of Wands in the sense that you're just a little bit burned out. You're not zipping around all over the place, just sticking your wand, setting things on fire. In fact, you're just kind of sitting around. You have been just kind of sitting around because you've been burnt out. Whatever this is, you're leaving this situation behind, coming into your own happiness. This is a transformation that you're very excited about. Knight of Wands, settling down with someone, 6 of Cups in the past. This may be someone that you feel nostalgic for when it comes to partnerships. This may be someone that you've dated in the past, in this lifetime. Maybe you dated them in a past lifetime. Maybe you were together with them in a past lifetime. But either way, this is someone coming in from the past. You're kind of ready to move forward, move into the Queen of Wands energy, and kind of let go of the exploratory energy of the Knight. You're ready to settle down into the Queen energy. And Queen grand total comes together with the Empress, which is a leveling up. And you have here the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you settling into caretaker energy of your family, of yourself, of your work environment. You're going to be an excellent person at your career, at starting a business, this kind of thing. This could be you starting a business with someone, settling down with someone who brings out the very, very best in you when it comes to solidarity, when it comes to nurturing yourself, nurturing others, possibly children. You could be nurturing children as part of this connection. Yeah, you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So if you've been waiting for a change, this week you might finally start to see some of that flowing into your life now. It looks like you're going to be in a more comfortable position. You're going to be able to look back at this connection which makes you feel warm and fuzzy, and you're going to be able to take that into the future and grow this relationship. So the Wheel of Fortune is bringing balance to a situation that has needed healing for a long, long time. You, fire signs, have needed healing for a long time. Ace of Wands, it feels like you have been stuck energy. You've been the King of Wands who's been kind of forced to sit back in the situation and watch. You've been forced to develop yourself, is what I'm feeling with this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands in reverse. You've been kind of forced to develop yourself through this situation. It's possible. Hang on. Spirit has more healing for you to do. Healing on yourself to do. It may be that fire signs haven't been taking enough action lately. And fire signs, you are being kind of propelled down that path towards having that Wheel of Fortune turn in your favor. Being able to heal yourself. Have new relationships, new emotional beginnings for yourself heading your way. Like new friendships, new family that you made. It may not be blood family that you have a good relationship with necessarily, but you can have a new family that you create. You can also have new romantic relationships. You can also have a fantastic relationship with your spirit guides, with the earth. You have the Six of Pentacles here, which is a little bit of a different iteration than what we're usually accustomed to in the Rider-Waite-Smith. This is about giving back to the earth as it gives to you as you travel through a place that's not normally meant for humans, the desert. So this is a really, really neat relationship. A new relationship with the universe, with your ancestors, with your spirit guides. You're being asked to heal this. Well, this Wheel of Fortune is going to bring balance back to your situation. You're going to be able to heal yourself, be able to do new things, to act on these new emotional starts that you really, really want to take, specifically with maybe a spiritual path that you've been wanting to take. Maybe this is a new business interest that you've been feeling for a while, but you haven't wanted to take because it's just not good timing. And now finally you've got the good timing. You can see, as the Queen of Pentacles, I'm in alignment. And I seem to remember that the Wheel of Fortune is in alignment with the Fortune. Sorry. Oh, with the Ten of, I'm going to get it, with the Pentacles. I'm going to get it. I promise. But yes, that's what I remember. So the wheel itself, and it's in the actual card, the wheel itself is kind of meant to represent or remind you of the Ace of Pentacles card. New opportunities for yourself. So I see you letting go of conflicts that no longer serve you. You're moving on to new levels of happiness. You're moving on to taking care of your harvest. You're moving on from a lack mindset, from being stuck. It's possible that this conflict had you in a place where you couldn't see the forest for the trees. It was very, very difficult to see the way forward, but now you're able to see into your harvest. Be careful about this conflict, and this might be for this week in particular. Be careful about this conflict actually keeping you from seeing the wonderful things that are headed your way. I see here with the Death card that this person in your life, or you, may be struggling with. It feels like these are going to be the people in your life. The people in your life are going to struggle with the new you, fire signs. And Spirit says to let them struggle. Do your own thing. Let them work on their own highest good, and you can work on your own highest good. So I wanted to do some Lenormand cards for you folks today, but Spirit says that you folks don't need them. You have got to do you this week, fire signs. In order to do you, pay close attention to Source, to Universe, to Spirit, to ancestors. They will guide you to your highest good. I hope that you folks have a good week. Please take care. Earth signs, I hope that you all had a good week. We are taking a look at your energies for the week of March 20th through the 26th. We've already got some falling cards here. We've got Aquarius, Earth signs. You may have some air energy in your chart. So you folks are supposed to be planting something to do with how you communicate with people. Planting seeds, I see, when it comes to partnerships. Earth signs, you may be struggling to communicate with people through the lens of yourself. You may be struggling to explain yourself to people. You may be trying to figure out how to explain yourself to people, but I see a lot of air energy in your chart. You may like to take a look at your birth chart to see what transits are going through this week. So you're planting seeds, but you're also coming into something when it comes to your house of self, in your first house, I should say. So you may have some air energy in your first house that is drawing a lot of attention to how you relate to the people who are closest to you. These could be business partnerships. But I'm getting also that these are relationships, friendships, romantic partnerships, families, that kind of thing. So something's building here. Let's get some more information with tarot, earth signs. Your cards are being kind of fiddly today. So on the bottom, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then you also have the Empress in reverse. Earth signs, I hope that you have been acting in your highest good over the last little bit. Moving forward into this week, you may need to deal with what the universe is asking you to deal with. Because I have the Queen of Swords here in reverse. This may mean being too guarded. You might be too cutting with your words. You might have been too rough with a situation. You might have been too judgmental. There might have been something that you said. Take it as it resonates, Earth signs. If it feels like this is in reverse and this was done to you, please take that as it resonates. But these words were inappropriate, and the universe noticed that. And whatever these words were, whatever was done, whatever this Queen of Swords did, said, thought, sent someone's way, is coming back around to bite them in the ass. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The universe is not blessing this. There is karma being sent this Queen of Swords way. And I also know that this is a Queen of Swords in alignment with these air signs, air symbols that we found in the Claves astrological reading. So the universe is stopping this Queen of Swords for the moment and is pulling this Empress over who is not mature, who is not yet worthy of her place as Empress. Possibly someone who has abused her power to get what she wants out of a situation. And the universe is not appreciating that. Earth signs, this may be someone in your life, but for some Earth signs, low-vibing Earth signs, this might be you. I see with this particular individual that they are not in control of their emotions, that their emotions control them. They are not in touch with their intuition, that they are not a loving individual. These Earth signs might be tearing apart connections that maybe shouldn't have been together in the first place. Maybe it was time for those connections to fray apart. On the other hand, it is still sad how specifically these connections are being torn apart specifically. I'm getting that these are low-vibing air signs doing some real damage on the people in their lives. Family members, romantic partners. It may be that some Earth signs take it as it resonates. I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. Some Earth signs may have kept someone in their life from reaching their fullest potential. They may have effectively asked their person to miss out on that fourth cup that was coming in from the universe in that Four of Cups. It might be for some Earth signs, some Capricorns specifically, that you are the person who is so destructive to yourself and to the people around you. Earth signs, I feel like you are absolutely being your own worst enemy here. You are acting in self-interests that aren't even in alignment with their highest good. Their medication, they're not healing, if that makes any sense. They're copium. You're looking for destruction. I see here with some Earth signs. You want to see people's partnerships fall apart. Maybe you want to see your own partnership fall apart. I'm picking up on a really low-vibing Earth sign here. You want to see, I've got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups in reverse. after the Three of Wands in reverse. You want to see destruction in people's lives. You don't want to see people's earthly resources in balance. You also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is an abuse of your magic power. Some earth signs might be using their magical abilities to hurt others. And yet, I'm also getting a very small little child energy out of this whole Queen of Wands card. It's in reverse. It's an immature energy. It says, I want to be this big person. I want to do these big things, but I'm such a kid on the inside. You have the Strength card in reverse, earth signs. If indeed this is you, if this isn't a person in your life, I hope that it's not you, earth signs. But if it is you, I see that you're a deeply fearful, insecure person. You're in deep torment right now. It's possible that you believe lies, you're surrounded by lies. What you're going through is a product of you being your own worst enemy in this situation. You've told lies to yourself, you've told lies to others, and you have such anxiety about them being discovered. They're all you think about. They are your Damocles sword. You're confused about the choices you have to make. You don't know if you want to talk about these lies. You don't know if you want to just keep them secret. Try to keep them secret anyway. You have deep regrets about starting any of this. You don't even know how it got to this point. And you don't know how to move, earth signs. You don't know how to move from this situation. I feel like these are different earth signs than I've been picking up on in the past. This is a different set of earth signs entirely. Earth signs feel stuck, or these particular earth signs feel stuck this week. Earth signs, I'm going to take a look at Lenormand, just 7 cards for you. Can we talk about what energies you're facing this week and what you can do to face them as best as possible in alignment with your highest good? Okay. I think I know why your cards were being finicky earlier, earth signs. This is difficult to talk about. Okay, earth signs. I see some naivete, childishness when it comes to emotion, when it comes to your how you've used your intuition. With that Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like you have used your intuition, your magical abilities to your benefit, but not necessarily to your highest good, to your short-term benefit is what I should say. Socially speaking, earth signs, you are seen as very childlike, maybe even innocent to some folks. And yet, Spirit wants you to know that these cycles, specifically of a masculine individual seeing you as innocent, that these cycles are going to end. This particular masculine individual may speak out about some deception. This person may have been deceived by some low-vibing earth signs. This individual, He could be a water sign. I'm getting that he could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. He could be repressing a lot of what he knows from y'all's social circles. This could be a romantic partner. He doesn't want to talk about this. He really, really doesn't want to talk about this because he's so confused by this. When he does talk about this with some of his closest family members, he's trying to make sense of a situation that is incredibly difficult for him to navigate. I don't know how many people know about these low-vibing, immature earth signs, how deeply immature they are. I don't know. I feel like these earth signs have mostly hidden their shadow aspects, but again, there is this cycle being exposed here. I suspect that these shadow aspects are going to be revealed, that there is a real risk that this childlike person stays their own worst enemy, like shoots themselves in the foot, so to speak, and reveals themselves to be the childlike individual that they always were. These feel like different earth signs than I've read for in the past. This is different. Earth signs, if this is you, first of all, please reach out to therapy in conjunction with reaching out to your spirit guides, reaching out to your ancestors, and getting back in alignment with what is your highest good. Watching tarot will help. Getting to a light worker can help, but low-vibing earth signs, you need to make the choice to be in alignment with your highest good first before you can actually get there. And some earth signs are going to flat out struggle with this. Some earth signs may have said, "I hate you," to a person in their life. That's what came up in my head just now. Whether that is true or not, it might have felt really good. It might have felt good as invective. It might have felt good to throw around. And that may have been what that Queen of Swords in reverse situation is about, is using your words to cause as much harm as possible. Earth signs, I hope that you come into your highest alignment as soon as possible. If not this week, then as soon as possible. Take care. Air signs, I hope that you are all doing well. We are taking a look at your energies for the week of March 20th through the 26th. I am using the Claves Astrologica. You have Neptune coming out first. You might be working on some of your intuitive, creative, emotive abilities this week. You may have some water energy in your chart. Be sure to make sure whether you've got Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio somewhere in there. So if I take the top, you're going through something pretty tremendous when it comes to your creative, intuitive, emotive abilities this week. So this is a pretty, it's tower moment. coming up this week. Not bad, but you do have Uranus, which is about kind of earth shaking, kind of it's time for a new era kind of energy. In your 10th house of ambition, so when it comes to what you want to do, what you want to get out of life, something's being shaken up here. This might be, you might be working on an awesome new project. You might be shaken up in how you relate to people, how you feel your world out, just in general, how you relate to yourself. When I'm thinking about emotions, yeah, you're getting into your 12th house, which I'm not surprised. Air signs like to dig deep. A lot of air signs, high vibing air signs, like to dig deep into their shadow aspects. This is going to be a pretty, I'm using the word catastrophic, but I don't think it's going to be negative. It's just going to be a very powerful, very deep awakening when it comes to your water-like abilities, if that makes any sense. Scorpio. Okay, well, very specifically Scorpio. If you have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, and even if you don't, something's going through a transformation here. Something's going through a transmutation, if you will. Something's being taken from one form and transformed into another. And something's being established, like balance is being established in the universe. Specifically, Libra is being pointed out in this reading. You folks came up very, very specifically. So Libra folks may be going through a transformation when it comes to their emotive, their creative, all that kind of good stuff. It's going to be a deep transformation too. Okay, I want to look at tarot. Let's get a little bit more information into what this transformation is about. How many cups will we get in this particular reading? This could have some effects in your work life, what you want to do specifically, but it's going to start out as a spiritual transformation, and I wouldn't expect anything less of air signs, to be honest. It's kind of one of those changes that starts from the inside out. So that's kind of how you know it's permanent, right? It's a change that you're supposed to have. You have a 5 of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Swords. You're leaving behind a conflict that hurt you. You don't need to reconcile with these people. Conflict is over. Now you can get the hell out of Dodge. And this is the very best thing for you. This is how you refill your cup for yourself, for anyone else coming on down the road who does deserve your cup of love. You are feeling your way out of leaving this situation. Your emotions come first here. You're intuiting your way out of this. Awesome stuff. And yes, we do have some water energy already. And 10 of Cups here. You're moving on your way to a happily ever after, where you can have a family that you chose, that you vibe with. You're also going to have a great relationship with the earth, with your spirit guides, with your ancestors, now that you've left this conflict behind. You might be continuing to think about what you want to do when it comes to a new project related to you leaving. After you leave this particular situation and you start all these new things as a result of you leaving this conflict behind, you might have some neat ideas. I note that you might want to plan with lunar cycles when it comes to doing this kind of stuff, especially spiritual work. Going with lunar cycles is going to be especially helpful here when attracting your energy, Gemini energy. This is going to be about loving all aspects of yourself. And yeah, it can be about a relationship with someone else also. It can be about making a choice. The best possible choice right now is to hang out with the universe, to work with the universe, to not necessarily move forward into this new thing that you want to do just yet. Sit with yourself with the choice that you've made for a little while and celebrate that choice, because you've been through a lot. With the Lovers and with the Hermit in reverse, you're finally ready to leave your introspective place. Maybe you've been there for a little bit long too. Maybe you feel like you've been there for a little bit too long. Been cooped up even. Yeah, with the Lovers and the Hermit in reverse. And also the King of Pentacles upright. Some of you folks might be getting married relatively soon. You might be making a choice to say, this is the best thing possible. I can think clearly. It's a stereotype that air signs kind of like waffle all around about their love lives and who they want to settle down with. But I see air signs very, very, very clearly making a choice, the best possible choice. The King of Pentacles here is upright. I've heard him called the Marrying King by other tarot readers. I love that. But this is someone who is the absolute master of all their earthly resources. They can take care of themselves, the people around them, their families. They're good. They're subjects, all that kind of stuff. You are moving on to wonderful gifts from the universe. This is meant for you. You are exploring deep, deep mysteries that the universe wants you to explore. So after you've become the master of your earthly resources, then you're asked to then elevate your brain. As earth signs, that might be easiest for you folks. Elevate your brain to still continue to contemplate the mysteries of the universe, because you haven't discovered everything yet. You have the Moon and the White Newman Oracle card here together. When I have these two in relationship together and immediately after the King of Pentacles, to me, this is about you exploring not necessarily shadow aspects. They're just mysteries that the universe wants you to maybe uncover for yourself. Maybe you've never raised a family before and this is kind of new for you. You have no idea what to do about this. Very exciting. Neat mysteries for you to explore, right? There are some positive aspects to the Moon card in that respect. Interesting. You might be exploring why exactly you felt so drained in the past. You have the Black Newman. Again, these three cards, let me try to spread them out. There we go. These three cards together, Black and White Newman, right after the other, I think is fascinating and mirroring around the Moon card. You're supposed to figure out why you went through all this stuff. You're meant to figure that out. The universe wants you to know. They want you to ask for help. And this might be something that once you finally know the answer, once you finally get to go into the church, if we're going to look at the Rider-Waite-Smith version of it, right, in reverse, you go into the church, you get washed up, you get your food and all that kind of good stuff. This might be something that you alone celebrate. Maybe you talk about it with a therapist, but absolutely, like, this might be something that you celebrate because nobody around you sees the benefit, sees how you benefited yourself through this situation. And it may be that people just flat out don't understand what you've been going through. And so you are celebrating your victory, but it's a private celebration, right? It doesn't mean that it's any less awesome. So we've got some sword energy in 3. Okay, so I see Air signs doing something new when it comes to starting out on a journey. You have the Chariot here. You've got a lot of anxiety, and it looks like air signs are making a mountain out of a molehill in this particular case when it comes to, starting this beginning. It's kind of scary. It's ambiguous. And I think that a lot of air signs tend to be comfortable with ambiguity. But you've left behind this conflict. You've left behind, a dust cloud of fights behind you, kind of cartoonish fights is what I'm getting in my head. You may not be sure how to nurture yourself moving forward, but you absolutely must nurture yourself first and foremost while you're moving forward on this journey. Be cautious about having a lot of anxiety. Again, air signs might be kind of making more trouble for themselves than it's actually real. Okay. Be cautious, rest a lot, nurture yourself a lot. I want to take a look at a 7-card Lenormand spread before we go. What can you do to have the best week possible? Air signs. I see you establishing a family, establishing a home for yourself, that this is a long-term journey for you. This might be part of your nodes journey, actually, folks. I see the sun landing on the house of the tree, which is about success in establishing your family, that this is going to be a warm family environment. There is some confusion around a child here. And there's also some deception around a feminine figure here. So you may need to do some uncovering of secrets around a particular feminine figure who's maybe creating some destruction in your life. I said a child. I don't know that it's a child when I see that next to the woman. I think that this is a feminine figure who is an adult who acts like a child, who has a lot of secrets, who may not want to see you establish this family, who might be very upset, jealous that you've established this family. This might be someone who, an adult, a feminine adult who throws tantrums when she doesn't get her way. Like literally. Something about you coming into your family situation is going to piss this adult feminine person off. And there is no gender here. This could be a man who has feminine characteristics, okay? But this is someone here who does not want to see you together with this person. And your success, your lovely, happy, warm little family with your pretty flowers on the front lawn and all that stuff, your white picket fence, this is going to piss this person off so badly. I don't know, folks. You've got some nasty people in your environment who don't want to see you happy and successful. You might need to protect your family from these people. It might be a group of people, not just one. At all costs, protect you, protect your spouse, or maybe future spouse, protect your children, your future children, pets, future pets, whatever have you. Reach out to Spirit, please, this week and work on creating a protective environment for you folks. There are some people who are angry and upset, jealous at your happiness. Those are all the messages for you, air signs. I hope that you have a great week. Please take care.